Righto, boys. Butler did it.
Yes.
Did that come out right? Or?
Butler did it.
Butler did it. I'll have another go. The Butler did it, brought to you by our great friends at Neds. Right. Now, remember, the segment works by I tell a great yarn. Last week wasn't so great, but I tell a yarn, and it's up to our team here and the wider 200-plus community to ascertain if it's true or false. My confidence has taken a bit of a hit after the boxing story. Lynchy, what did we think about the boxing story?
Jeez, the boys left you hanging a bit, didn't they?
Just weren't impressed by it. Moff, did you like it?
It wasn't your best.
No.
But you've got lots and lots, so
Yeah, I
you
do.
can bounce back.
Okay, well, let's have a go. Okay, so this one is titled Pitching a Tent in the Woods. Okay, and I've just come back from the Sunshine Coast from a wedding, and I'm going to take us there for this story. I was 15. I was a 15-year-old boy finding myself keen to try all the fruits of life and all the experiences that go with them. I was on a family holiday, and it just so happened that my female crush at the time was also on a family holiday. And after 3 or 4 days of little awkward mingles, few little walks up to the shops, bit of canoodling in the spa, it sort of came time for me to be a man and her to be a woman, right? And this is there was no swiping right back then or DMing or any of that rubbish. If you wanted to sort of escalate things with your crush, and I'm only talking a pash here, it's 14, you had to go about it the right way and take a risk. It was risk and reward back then, okay? So it got to the second last day of the trip, and my female crush said, I can feel something's going to happen between us, but we just need to up the ante a bit. How about we swim over the other side of the river and go for a walk in the bush? And I said, great idea. I'm a great swimmer. I'm very brave. I'm not scared of bull sharks. So I said, midday, let's meet. Swimmers on. We'll swim over the river and walk in the bush. So we set off. I'm leading the way, doing my freestyle, checking for bull sharks, looking behind every now and then to make sure she was okay. You know, at times she just grabbed onto my ankle because it's about a 400, 500 metre swim.
Jesus.
Okay. Midway through the swim, I started to feel like a bit of a drag. I'm going, geez, I'm not really getting through the water well. But I didn't think too much of it. Okay. But there was certainly just the boardies weren't gliding through the salt water estuary that in a fashion I would have hoped. But, you know, we pushed on. You know, I'm trying to impress this female who could have been the love of my life. Who knows? So we get there, and we get to waist deep, and I hold her hand. Are you okay? Nothing got you? Didn't get bitten by a jellyfish or anything? No, all good. And we just sort of stumble out of the water, and I look down. I go, Jesus Christ, I've cracked a stuffer. I've cracked a full stiffy. Like, as my body started to anticipate what may happen in the woods. So I'm like, shit, use all your 15-year-old nous to work your way through this situation, because you are pitching a huge tent in your Quicksilvers, and she is looking really pretty in her bikini. She's going to see this and think that's not cool. Like, I don't know what the word for an ick was at 15, but cracking a huge stuffer on a river swim is not a good start. So I said, right, I've been through this before. You know, I think it might have happened once on school camp, and I just decided to fold it up. So, you know, anyone who's cracked a stiffy, Lynch, will know you can't really fold it down. Okay, you've got to go up.
Tuck it up.
Yeah, tuck it up. So I've tucked it up into the Quicksilvers and thought, this is okay, right? I'll just walk a bit in front of her with my stiffy tucked up, and we can get through the situation. And then I sort of dawned on me as well that I might have had a little pimple on my shoulder. I'm like, fuck, I think I've got a little bit of a zit on my shoulder. I don't want to look at my zit. So then I'm thinking, I can't walk in front of her. I need to walk back. So then my 15-year-old brain decided that the best thing to do was sort of walk side by side. I can keep my dick pointed up, and she's not going to see the pimple on my shoulder, and all good. And then we'll get to the middle of the bushes soon, and I'll get a hot pash. That's all it was about. It was a hot pash. Just break through the ice because her parents had been around and her brother, and I just needed some privacy to get things going here. So, where are we going?
I'm edging so hard right now.
Right. Okay. So I've got a stiffy, but it's folded up and it's under control. Okay. I've got a little zit on my shoulder, but I'm now sort of that's out of her eyesight. So no biggie. We're just solving problems. I was a Boy Scout. I know what to do. Okay. Every challenge there is a solution.
Does that come up in Boy Scouts? What to do with a stiffy?
Potentially.
Okay.
I think Bargira mentioned it once. Okay. So we're walking through in the bare feet, and we sort of got in the middle of the woods, and we turn around, and I grabbed her hands, she grabbed mine, and it was coming to this climax, not a climax, a culmination of me just having to have the courage to peck her on the lips. And she looked down and said, "Nick, you dick." I said, "I'm sorry, what?" She said, your helmet is out. And I'm like, and I couldn't even bear to look down. I'm like, what could she mean here? Because I couldn't feel the breeze on it or anything. And I looked and the head of my penis was poking out the shorts. And I'm like, I am so sorry about this. And the only thing I thought to do at the time was to just tuck it back in. So I'm back to pitching a tent. We're standing together, probably only a couple of phone books apart. I'm pitching a tent, about to go in for the kiss, and I just had to back right off and give the little kiss, which I did, and I was very respectful. I might have been pitching a Pakistani tent, but I did my best to just be a gentleman.
Yeah.
How's this story going? We go unbelievable. So moff. Anyway, so we got through it. This is a resilient story for other 15-year-olds out there. And I was respectful and no foul, okay? You're a young lad who got a bit excited by the situation, okay? Yeah. So we decided, got a quick little pash, let's swim back. My family's having a barbecue. You're welcome to come to the barbecue. I said, bloody, that's fantastic, okay? We'll celebrate and pash, have a few drinks. I've got through it. I've run at the flames. It was a nervous situation. We swim back. Her dad is waiting there, cooking the barbie. I've still got a stuffer, right? And he goes, "Come on, I've got the sausages ready for you." And I'm thinking, my sausage is ready for you, mate. He goes, "Come out, Nick. You know, we've got a barbie, you know, and you know, your friends, your grandma's here and the brother and everyone's here. We're going to have a big barbecue. How great. You know, you're such a good young lad." I had to do breaststroke for half an hour till it went down in the river.
Wow.
But play on, no foul. We're still good friends, myself and my lady friend.
Really?
Yeah, we're good friends, I think. And I got through that situation.
Wow.
So what the moral of the story is, even the most embarrassing, petrifying situations can work out well. Drapesy.
That was unreal.
Thank you.
That was great.
I'm a bit uncomfortable about that one getting out into the public realm, but it's all fair, I think.
It's all fine. It's all above
a young
board.
boy.
History's history.
It was above board, all right? Boys, true or false?
It has to be true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very weird if that's false.
And if anyone wants to come at me, I ran that one by my mum.
Anyone wants to what?
Pardon? I have a rule that you got to run them by your mum, and mum goes, "Oh, well, every young boy would have gone through that, wouldn't he?" So mum thinks that's normal.
Yeah.
So if mum thinks that's normal, well, that's okay.
Okay.